Rusroll. Rusroll.
Oh shit. Oh, never mind.
What?
Never mind. I thought I just deleted my stream stuff.
That'd be okay. It happens.
It does happen.
Rusroll.
Did you see the game name? Oh, roll.
Dude, I was literally like, oh my.
Well, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Sorry, Gromm.
It's okay, man.
Didn't mean to let you down. Doing some of these player cards on the fly, so bear with me. Oh, the game is up. I guess I wasn't able to join.
Okay, just being Blade in here chilling.
It's still game name roll.
Yeah, ROLL.
Can you tell him to do the close all and open all?
All right, try now.
Try it again. I saw it for a second there. Let me try again.
Hold on, he hasn't done it yet. There you go. Should be good now.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think anyone's hating a bizarre style. It may not be as entertaining for viewers to watch, but no one can say anything about the effectiveness of it. Obviously, very effective.
Weird how you all seem to hate Bizarre instead of thinking over the state of Warcraft 3 as a game. A lot of things in it could use a major rework. Zeppelin to name them. Yeah, I think it was definitely a strategical victory.
Yeah, it was an economic game. I think he was trying to play, right? I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. If you think about the purpose of like what a raider is, Bizarre used exactly what the purpose of a raider is, to go there and raid and get gold. and that's, maybe you're against that idea of a strategy or an idea, but
so guys, again, to recap, so we are going into the second best of 3 for today so far. We'll be watching Rusroll versus Blade, Human versus Night Elf. The first map's going to be Concealed Hill, but before we get into that, again, the format for this tournament, so this is Stagecraft's Tavern Cup. We've done a few series of these already before in the past on this channel, but this is a little bit new format going forward, and as we move it over into Reforged as well. It's a 12-part tournament series. They're monthly tournaments, so basically 12 months, so it's the year-long tournament. As we go into the season finals, like we did a month ago in December, it will be a larger tournament that the top players from the previous series, the previous 12 tournaments, will be able to participate in, and that's kind of what we're working with here. Working on some of the newer graphics and everything, so expect continued updates as we go through each tournament, as we try new things and stuff like that. So just bear with us, and if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to type ! Discord and join my Discord channel, and feel free to give suggestions for the stream there as well. But yeah,
do it.
So Night Elf versus Human, Blade versus Rusroll.
Rusroll. Rossi. Who do you think is going to win, guys? Rusroll or Blade? Like, we have no idea. I don't know anything about Rusroll at all. I just like saying his name.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure anything. So it looked like Spiral said that it was should be a good match. Or I put a little bit of words into his mouth there. I wasn't 100% sure exactly what he wrote there. I didn't read it or I read it only real quick, but
We'll just tell everyone that's what he said.
yes, there we go. not 100% sure where Rusroll is from or anything, but I would guess he is European because Blade hosted it for the first map.
Yeah. Well, one of the Russ in Rusroll stand for Russia.
You could assume that. Spiral says
That's what I'm going with.
Roll was pretty strong back in the days, so.
Well, back in the days, eh? Like 5 days ago?
Back in the days
6
when
days
we
ago?
were young.
Yeah, I'm still young.
Yeah, okay.
Please, guys, I need my youth. Okay, yeah, he's from Russia.
Thank you for the follows, Seth Lich. Thank you for the follows, everyone, and also the subscribes as well. Thank you for tuning in to the channel as well, and also thank you to Bidu Dust Gaming Live for the raid as well. They were streaming the clan war we had earlier today. But anyways, Gromm, if you would like to do the introductions, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so we got Blade, aka Smasher, in the top right-hand corner here. He's going to be playing Human, rocking the blue color on Concealed Hill. And Archmage first, it looks like, from him for a pretty standard build. And then we have Rusroll, the Russian roller. He's playing Night Elf in the bottom left-hand corner, rocking the red color here. And he's going for a Demon Hunter first. And, you know, what can we say about this matchup right now, Ark? Who's it in favor of?
So, personally, I would say that it's a little easier to play the matchup as the human player.
Okay.
I think if both players play it well, it's pretty even. But I think mistakes really hurt the elf player a lot more than they hurt the human player.
Okay.
In this case, though, the elf player typically... Oh, double... That's an interesting... So, oftentimes on this map especially, you're going to be looking to deado that water elemental, because that water elemental plus the orange camp here that you AOW creep gives you level 2. Rusroll actually goes and takes it one step further and double detonates onto that water elemental, which will actually allow him to potentially get a couple peon kills here. But the mana burn comes off, going to take some more damage as he's just trying to be a little bit annoying. But Blade is actually also being annoying on the other side of the map here, as Rusroll is struggling a little bit with this AOW creeping. He hasn't finished it just yet, so he's still only level 1 on the Demon Hunter. Ooh, is that AOW might fall?
Oh yeah.
No. Oh no.
No, not. Oh no! The troll decides to leave it alone.
Oh man.
Oh jeez.
He is about to pull an arc, guys.
But you know, while this is happening, Peril Spellbender, he's making his way there.
And actually,
he's looking to stop it.
So this would actually be really effective for the elf usually, because generally that AOW creep camp should already be done. So the fact that it's not done is kind of hurtful to the elf, but we'll see how he handles this. He's going to start getting a second archer. It's a little annoying dealing with this when you only have the one archer, but Blade won't be able to stay too long now that the archers are coming out. The downside is, though, the elf player is going to have to take some time to creep up level 2 at some point, because he's not going to want to continue this harassment.
Yeah, Blade. Well, they both buy boots.
Yeah, and actually, the elf is just kind of chasing after him, which is kind of what Blade just wants. If Blade can get any amount of free time to attack after these wisps, that's a downside for the elf. So generally how you want to keep your positioning is you really want to stay between your base and the human as much as you can. So the fact that Blade got in here in between, basically behind enemy lines, it's going to be pretty effective for him, as he's going to be able to really impact these wisp lumber production. And the Night Elf, you can see he's just kind of being dragged left and right across the map.
Yeah, he doesn't know where he wants to be right now. Shadow Stalker just doing that right-clicking damage as much as he can to these poor little footmen, but at the end of the day, the Wisps are the ones really taking the beating right now and using up a lot of his moon juice.
Yeah, and you can see Rusroll is getting some footy kills here and there, but the priority is really ensuring that your production or your resource management stays up, I guess. And so the fact that he's allowing these footmen into his base and really impacted his lumber income will hurt him as he gets closer to tier 2. And
Oh yeah, we're seeing defend actually comes out already.
yeah, ultimately he at least is going to defend this. His lumber income is actually really bad right now. He is going to get level 2 off this footy kill though.
Yeah, Shadowstalker is level 2 now. You're right. And it looks like he'll go to the fountain to heal up.
Yep, so he should be able to stop the human player from healing there. And Blade.
So this is also delayed. Oh no, you got Naga. Serena Scarscale. Scarscale. Oh, and the instant right click on the Archmage instead. He will go for the Footman instead.
Yeah, a little bit of split focus there from the elf player, so trying to maximize his damage across these units here. One footy does fall, a second one will fall here soon. Looking pretty decent for the elf, actually. Meanwhile, Blade is just now throwing down his Blacksmith, getting his Arcane Sanctum as well, so it's going to be a pretty late transition over into Rifles. Meanwhile, Rusroll does have his Hunter's Hall up. He's getting his lumber back in check, so that's 3, 6, 7, 8... He's forgotten about an archer back over here. So he's going to have a pretty good lumber income here soon once that wisp finishes.
And there's some more footmen here. Will be dying.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, it's still tier 2 for the elf player here. He's got a lot of resources, not spending them.
Ooh.
And there we go. Double Ancient Allures go down, rebuilding another Wisp.
These footman kills, are they useful?
Yeah, every kill here is pretty impactful. The thing that you want to make sure you don't do is lose any archers. But yeah, his harassment here is really doing a lot of work here because essentially he's going to have to offset these footies with the militia. But what it also means too is that the rifle push that comes potentially is going to be that much weaker, and he could potentially delay it even further. Oh, this Naga kill though, this would be big for the human player. One more attack.
Oh, the boots should play off. No.
Okay, well, so looks like Blade's just going to call it a wash. He's not going to chase after. Just going to try and continue creeping this. He does not lose too much actually from the creep camp.
Yeah, I don't think he lost anything.
Ultimately, I would say that this is looking pretty good for the elf player, but don't want to get too careless with your archers as well. You don't want to allow them to get picked off here. The rifle caster army is looking pretty strong. Meanwhile, we are only halfway to tier 2, or tier 3 rather.
So will he be going bears? Yeah, he's going straight bears, eh? That's the strategy. That's the call out.
Yeah, generally when you are up against a human army, you really need to get bears out as fast as you can. The downside with what his build, so he went double lore and then tech.
Oh, so he's using invulnerability here. I'm not sure if that's the best bet. Oh, and a snare goes off on the archer too, so he will end up losing one archer. Unfortunate there.
If I was in the elf's position, I guess I would be considering throwing down APs, just because you know that the human army's got pretty strong army right now. It's very likely to be a potential tower push here, and you're a little delayed on your bears, but let's see what he ends up going with. And the rifle caster is going towards the elf.
And he needs to buy as much time as he can for these bears to get out here.
Ooh, don't lose that bear.
Not like this.
Staff it. Oh no. No.
Naga. Oh.
But you're in this weird situation now where you have no moon juice, you don't have bear form yet, and you only got 2 bears actually. He's really down on the bear count. But Blade is not committing for it.
Yeah, kind of interesting. I think Blade should be able to get a lot more out of that, no?
Yeah, I think I I don't know. He must think that it's not time to really go for this yet, but he's going to creep the red camp and then maybe look to go for it soon after that. Maybe he's thinking creep the red camp, go to a shop, get scrolls, and then go. Or it could even be expanding here, right here, actually.
A player's forces are under attack.
Warsong Battle Drums, really good.
Yeah, solid item for the human army.
The thing that was heavily in favor of Blade right there was the fact that he was 3-1 versus 2-1. So level 2 Demon Hunter, and he should actually have a thought that he's probably not too close to level 3 as well. But level 2 Demon Hunter is pretty weak in this defense as well.
Yeah, you're seeing, I think, stronger map control right now from Blade. If he goes for this red, it might take him a really long time to actually creep.
Yeah, he does have the Orb of Venom and the Archer, so should be able to take down the Drake at least. That Warsong Battle Drums, though, is going to be so huge. And Human's just getting so much out of this as well. So there's one creep camp. Flute's pretty good, though. There's a lot of Archers here still.
Yep.
The downside is, though, he's going to be up against a level 3 Naga Sea Witch with a scroll. 60 food as well versus the 50 food.
Aspra Serpus. Yeah, so I think we're going to see a big fight coming up here shortly.
Oh, and actually,
so I don't know if he's ready for this yet.
He certainly is not. He's going to need to get some good detonates off. He doesn't have a whole lot of whisk. He needs to start rebuilding, most likely. And he's actually going to go for a hit and run, maybe. Or no, he's just going to shop.
Yeah, run the heal scroll, the invulnerability. So it looks like he will be TPing back here. He's just making sure he's in the right position that he wants to be in.
He needs to pull whisk here. If he can get some good detonates off, this would be huge. And 100% necessary, actually. And the Demon Hunter is just trapped. He's not even in the fight yet.
Yeah, one bear automatically has to get stuffed off right off the bat.
And the detonates come off, but Demon Hunter is really low right now. And he's got no way to heal up. And Blade, it looks like he's going to just run with it.
Yeah.
Level 3 for Naga Sea Witch. We do have Forked Lightning as well. Maybe you can get a Hero Focus Fire off on the Archmage.
First heal scroll goes off for. There's just so much damage here. Rusroll just gets completely rolled over. And that's going to be game number 1. Rusroll got roll over. GG.
Yeah, pretty decisive victory for Blade there.
Looks like the next map's going to be Amazonia.
Night Elf first human on Amazonia. Interesting. So, while we're in this little intermission thing here, can take a quick look at the bracket. So, Bizarre, of course, did 2-0 his opponent, Deuce. Neutron already in the round of 3 as well. Ooh, Death Note versus Divine.
Ooh, that's a big game.
My man, Divine.
Sonic won his match against Glare. Glare defeated Emerson in round 1.
Looks like Paladin versus Lycee. Potentially an elf mirror in the round of 3. I'm not sure what race Lycee is, but Paladin, really strong elf player.
Yeah, I'm surprised that matchup isn't done yet, actually.
That was that one just started, right?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, so RBR Godfather. I think he's. Hey, actually, you know what? I'm thinking of someone else. Could you have him do the open close thing?
I'm not in the game either.
Oh, okay.
There, I think you forgot obs. Yeah, should be up now.
It's not working. Can you have him do that thing? Do you think archers and dryads / fairy dragons would have been a better combo versus the rifle casters?
Try now.
Let's try it. No, it's still not working. Maybe try it one more time. I don't think archer dryad fairy dragon would have been a better combo. I think his 5 archers were okay, but I think he should have built APs personally. It's really hard to defend that push though, so I mean it's just the APs themselves isn't necessarily. Yeah, it's not working. ROLL, right?
Yep. Online is closed. Now it's open.
There we go.
There you go.
It's definitely a difficult push to defend against. I would say probably there was definitely like a creeping thing that maybe it's hard to just say like one thing that he could have changed and it would have fixed it. It's a really hard matchup and a really hard push to defend, and I think a lot of elf players in general struggle with it, like myself included. Probably letting the human creep what he crept was not the way to win it. Even though he did creep big camps as well, it's just that you basically gave a lot of momentum over to the human player. But definitely archer bears is the army composition you need for that. But you also kind of need some APs and I don't know, maybe something else. But yeah, with that said, we are going to jump into game number 2 of Blade versus Rusroll. Take it away, Gromm.
All right, so we have Rusroll, the Russian roller, in the bottom left-hand corner, rocking the red color, playing Night Elf here on Amazonia. He's down 1-0, and he'll be looking to smash back at Smasher, who, aka Blade, in the top right-hand corner, rocking the blue color, playing human. Blade's been pretty solid overall.
I like that smash back at Smasher. that was actually really good. So yeah, okay. So he picked Amazonia. This map, it's not as easy for the human player to expand. So we might, given that we didn't see an expansion last game, Concealed Hill also not that easy for a human to expand. But this map I would say follow suit. So we may be seeing another rifle caster build from Blade. But the one thing that this map doesn't have much of an issue with is where you're going to get level 2 from, which we saw Rusroll did have a little bit of a challenge in that previous game about getting that level 2. So we'll see how he changed up his strategy now that he's going to have a free level 2. And Blade will also actually have a free level 2 as well. Doesn't have to worry too much about the Dispelling Water Elemental. But
You get a level 2. You get a level 2. I feel like they're on an episode of Oprah.
yeah,
You get a level 2.
just passing it out everywhere. All right, so Lightning Shield tactics from Rusroll going to get level 2 that way. And, yep, Blade does not activate the Lightning Shield, but he will be getting his level 2 as well, pretty simply due to the efficiency of Militia.
And you saw that, Shadow's on there got the agility tome. He got the circle of nobility. He's looking pretty right now with the right-click damage.
Oh, Lightning Shield onto the Rogue level 3. That's going to be a little annoying for Blade to deal with. Yeah. But he does actually get the same items in the reverse, though. He gets a Tomb of Intel plus the Circlet, so pretty nice.
Yeah, pretty good items there.
Now, the elf player is level 2, already sending himself over to the human player, and actually, the same items, literally the exact same items. Circulating.
Oh yeah.
So the secret or the trick that we're going to be looking out for Blade here is that 4th farm. So if we see that, okay, there we go. He's teching. Well, let me finish that thought. I guess if we see the 4th farm, we can assume an expansion. If we don't see the 4th farm, we can assume a tech play. And of course, the tech kind of gives it away that he is going to be teching.
Yeah, that's definitely a good tell. If one of someone's teching, you just gotta look at their base, and then you can tell if they're teching. Great tell.
Merc can't pull to pick up the Force Troll Shadow Priest for the Night Elf player, so that's going to be used to try and mitigate the effectiveness of these water elementals. So nice pull there from the Elf player. Meanwhile, just continuing Archer production.
Some right click going down on this. Oh no, just Shell Lightbender just doing some right click damage here. You know, his evasion is not paying off. I don't think I've seen him miss a single fireball attack from that Archmage.
Archmage is too smart to miss attacks.
Yeah, he just doesn't. He's not buying into the evasion.
With that +1 intel, that's what made all the difference.
Oh yeah, some serious damage.
So
all right,
the secret for the Night Elf player now is how does he get level 3? So he's continuing this harassment, trying to stall out the Archmage, but not really getting any experience of himself just yet. Just continuing to do damage onto that Archmage. And potentially a Dispel on the Water Elemental will give him his first little bit of experience if he can take it down.
But I don't think he wants to. He's just saving the mana on the Troll Shadow Priest.
He's banking for rainy days. That's the phrase.
Yeah. Save it for a rainy day.
But with that said, what is his pathway to level 3? So that's, as the elf player, that's kind of what you're going to be thinking about. Human player, obviously, his pathway is pretty straightforward. He can creep either one of these reds, or these oranges. That will give him level 3, and he can do it pretty safely because it's only 2 archers and a priest. But the elf player does scout him out, and Blade is just going to go ahead and do some right-click damage with the defend.
Ooh, and we do Sinjo Honeybrew has entered the arena. And he'll be doing some serious pressure with this Pandaren Brewmaster. Oh no, he's starting to creep instead. He's not worried about the human army.
Yeah, so
he's been looking to take some map control from this guy.
The big thing with that panda is that it's really weak early on. You're very susceptible to pushes or harassment in general, so he's going to be looking to get that level 3 on panda as fast as possible. The downside with Amazonia, though, is that it's really not a map ideal for quickly creeping level 3. So we gotta pay attention to how he does this game. Defend comes out. Panda already down to less than half HP and less than half mana, but Demon Hunter's going to continue focus firing the Archmage here as he tries to pick off some of the footies here and there. One footy has already fallen. The Water Elemental is going to fall as well. On his way to level 3 on the Demon Hunter, almost halfway there.
The Russian player Rusroll seems to be doing a little bit of a different strategy this time around.
Yep, and actually...
And
oh, go ahead.
His lores are just going down now, right? So is that later than...
It is later than the previous game, but for this matchup, you generally want to favor your tech to tier 3 before your lores because you're going to be going bears, so it doesn't really do you that much good to get 4 bears out but not have any master training. So generally, like the way you time it is when you get your master form upgrade, you should have 3 bears out. The downside is, though, Blade is not going to give him time for this. That's one of the downsides of going Panda first, is that you're really weak to these early rushes. So the Blood Mage is out as well, and he's only 2-1 only for the elf. So he needs to throw down some APs and get them up fast.
Which he is. He's got the AP going down right before that, behind that AOW. So he's going to be looking, trying to make as much time as possible.
Yeah, and honestly, 1 AP might not even be enough. He might need to look for a second one, and he's going to need to get some good detonates off as well. These archers are like gold right now. He can't lose them. One does fall. Breath of Fire comes down. One footy almost fallen, but he is able to micro back. And a lot of units on the field for the human player. 47 food to 29 food. So there's a pretty severe food deficit here. And Blade is putting a lot into this push. The AP is up at least. But Blade is throwing down towers as well.
Yeah, is it too little too late here? He's looking at the 1 archer, the shredder, or 2 archers, 1 shredder, and 1 bear that's only initiate. Doesn't even have that level 2.
Ooh, the shredder will come in. Oh no, he gets level 3 off the whisk kill.
Oh, that's not what you want to have happen.
Needs to get these detonates off. There we go. Level 2 for the Panda. And as he's about to hit tier 3 as well, that's going to give him access to the orb. This is definitely what he would need to help defend this. And
that 1 tower go down. Level 3 now on Rusroll Shadow Song. Here we go. He is pushing this guy back like there's nothing. Will he overcommit in the process?
Really nice.
I think he's overcommitting.
Yeah, really nice defense from Rusroll so far, but I think Rusroll is, like you say, pushing forward a little too far. I think he needed to really camp this, but he's not out of the woods yet. or Blade's not out of the woods yet because there is tier 3.
Yep.
There is tier 3, so he has access to the orb. He has access to master bears. He just has to get them out. Unfortunately, he did open up his base a little bit.
Yeah, this AP just isn't doing enough damage here. Oh, you can't be having an attack of footmen. Come on, man, change that. You're losing out on so much damage output with that.
Oh, Panda's gonna fall. No
Well, that's
stats.
level 2 Sinjo. Honeybrew just barely survives there.
And we only have one Wisp on the field, so not going to be able to repair this at all. No detonates available as well. The first Sork is out as well. That's going to be pretty huge, as the Arcane Tower is out as well. He's going to need to rebuild a couple more Wisps here. Otherwise, he's not going to have the lumber income that he needs. I guess he has 3 total. Rusroll having a pretty good showing here, but Blade's looking like he's filling out his army with that he lost with stronger tech units.
Yeah, you're seeing the 48 food from Blade, 37 for Rusroll. You know, that little push there, instead of just holding his place, little plays like that Blade did extremely well.
Yep, more bears are joining the field as well. He is inching closer and closer to that level 3 on the Panda, though, so if he can keep these units alive and get some pickoffs here and there, it could definitely... Oh, Banish comes out onto the weak rifleman as well. Did a nice job of saving his units, but there is still a lot of bears. Not a whole lot of DPS available for the human player. Ooh, nice use of banishes, though. Oh, the Wisp detonate. That's one rifleman down. Is he going to get a second one? Pushing forward a little too far.
Yeah, he's having the same problem as he did before, where he's just pushing into this. Level 3 does go on Sinjo Honeybrew, though. Will this be the game changer?
Still making good use of banishes, but honestly, the Arcane Tower is not that effective here, and he's got strong heroes, actually, so if he needs to, he can regroup, but he's got what he needs to help win this game.
He's got...
Oh, don't lose the Dryad!
What we need... Oh, no.
Rusroll playing this really well.
He's just a friend. Oh, the banish comes off on the Demon Hunter here.
Good spread of the damage. Oh, the Demon Hunter. Do we have any
He's still got
rejuves?
TP.
We have a lot of weak bears, too, so once he gets more bears out and he can heal these up, this is going to be really effective for him. Oh, no. They're getting picked off.
We'll get these... Oh, no. What are you doing?
Say it ain't so, Rusroll.
Say it ain't so.
Okay, so he's got to regroup here. He needs to heal up that Panda, which he has one rejuve available, actually. And he's getting another bear as well. So he has what he needs to rejuve up. He needs to get a mana potion. He needs to heal up or recover the mana from for the Panda. And then once he has that, a couple good detonates, and he definitely can start taking this fight, though. 3-2 hero for the human player versus 3-3 for the elf.
Yeah, you know, he buys the mana potion too now for Sinjo Honeybrew. He is looking to buy as much time as he can here, get his army back up until a fighting force, and will he be rolling over the human army as soon as it happens?
Unfortunately, he is going to lose his Ancient of Wonders here. So,
well, that's going to be a huge loss there.
oh, Breath of Fire.
But here come the Wisp of Destiny.
The mana drain came off before he could get a Breath of Fire, but he does have the mana potion.
The bears are pushing.
Ooh, this army is starting to look even scarier now for Blade, though. 40 food versus 52, but he does have the Spellbreaker out, the single Spellbreaker. And the towers are going to start falling as well.
Yeah, he's going to choose the Demon Hunters to do some tanking there. He does have an anti-magic potion, though. Never know when that can come in handy. Oh, nice staff there to save the bear. Now it looks like Rusroll is just going to look to roll over the human army. We'll see if that happens. And Blade does have to TP out.
There we go. He at least defended it. So a lot of players have struggled with defending it, but Rusroll was able to defend it, and he's going to be able to heal up potentially. So healing scroll is probably on the mindset for Blade right now. He's going to want to get another healing scroll and then potentially do a push again. During this time, though, all the Moon Walls are starting to recover their mana, and the Night Elf player is able to creep up even further.
And gets a potion of vulnerability. That 15 second. That Demon Hunter's gonna do some serious work when he gets that in.
A town is under siege.
Yep.
Oh, will he keep that on the Brewmaster to stop him from being mana, or will he transfer it to the Demon Hunter? What do you think?
I would assume he'd keep it on the Panda, okay, he does transfer it, but instead of using Invul Potion for stopping the Mana Drain, he probably should pick up a... Oh, he doesn't have a shop. Okay. So the Anti-Magic Potion can cancel the Mana Drain, so you could use it at that point. But with no shop available.
Here comes the Demon Hunter. He's just running in there. Ooh, the big breath of fire there.
Most of it was onto an Illusion Rifleman, though, so he didn't really get a whole lot out of that. Detonate's coming out as well. It's looking pretty good, except there's no Mana Potion available for the Panda Brewmaster. And he's not going to have any Breath of Fires for this fight. We do have another Healing Scroll. Banish is coming out as well. No Mana Drains onto that Blood Mage. And it looks like Rusroll losing quite a few bears here.
Yeah, two of them are banished. They're just sitting there. They're ghosts. They're not doing anything.
The nice thing is he still has a lot of DPS available to him. That the bears are tanking a lot, and the Demon Hunter is kind of moved away from the fight. Oh, he was so close to getting a Breath of Fire. And no wood available for Rusroll, so he's got a lot of gold, but he can't recover this army. Another banish coming out onto the Demon Hunter. Bears are starting to fall. And he has the resources to rebuild, but he doesn't have the wood. So I guess he doesn't have the resources, but he has the gold, but doesn't have the wood.
He's half the resources. He's a halfway man.
GG.
And Rusroll calls GG. That's going to be 2-0 there for Blade. He smashed Roll. Roll is out of there. He's rolling on home. There's no loser bracket here, right?
No.
Okay, good. I didn't want to say that he was rolling onto the bottom bracket.
Rolling his way down to the bottom of the bracket. Ooh, Neutron versus Death Note. Shake versus Lubber. Sonic versus, again, the winner of Paladin versus Lysa. Or Blade versus Bazaar. What do you guys think?
So we just want to... let's recap first quickly. So Neutron, 2-0 fast win. Death Note, 2-0 Divine. Shake. Looks like he got a win versus Weir War. Lubber beats Mr. Winner 2-1. Woo!
What do you guys think? What match should we jump into?
So I'm leaning towards, the Bazaar Blade. I don't think Bazaar can play as cheesy versus a human player, or if it is, it's a lot more exciting.
Undead match? Ooh, an Undead Mirror.
Shake and Lubber.
I don't know about an Undead Mirror.
Undead Mirrors are... I like Undead Mirrors, to be honest. I like all the matchups now, They're all exciting. Knowing the stress that players go through during a game and the decisions they have to make.
All right. We'll do a poll real quick, guys. Well, actually, you know what? Shake. Oh, Shake is here. Let me get this poll going, guys. Nate Poe versus...
Totally forgot I was on stream.
And...
Totally yawned.
Am I making you bored?
No, I love my sleep, man. It calls, it beckons.
All right, guys. 1 for Shake versus Lubber. 2 for Nate Poe. Neutron versus Death Note. 3 for Bazaar versus Blade.
Shake. verse. Oh, we got some threes, some twos, some ones.
So far, the only one that is actually here right now that I can tell is Bizarre versus Blade, so it might be a little bit of a wait for the other ones.
That's okay. We got to give the people what they want. The fans.
People.
The people.
The people. What am I?
The Warcraft 3 community. The members of the Shit Shack.
Guys, who's hyped for Reforged? Gromm, are you not hyped for Reforged?
I don't know yet, to be honest. I really want to see. I haven't even bought it, to be honest. I really want to know what other upgrades are being put in. If it is purely just the graphical UI, just the units, I'll be severely disappointed.
Yeah, I'm actually really not sure what is actually going to be included in the game, because based off the beta, like half the stuff they said that they're going to do isn't even in there yet.
Exactly. So that's what, like, I hope that wasn't misleading. Like, I hope the beta is not misleading and it was just purely to test out graphics and all that. And I do hope all the other stuff is stuff that they didn't feel that needed to be tested and they wanted to keep in their back pocket.
I like how you threw out the accent right there. All right, guys, the people have spoken. We are going to be jumping into the Bizarre versus Blade game. So, Gromm, just so we're gonna go ahead and who will win? Bizarre or Blade? Who do you think, Gromm?
I think it's